Okay guys, so you're here today to see the top 5 breakfasts that are for stable blood sugar. If that's why you tuned in, don't go away. Okay guys, so usually if you are showing problems with insulin sensitivity, if you are insulin resistant, showing that, or you think you're going that way, you're pre-diabetic, you have diabetes too, again, this is something which is going to be conducive, obviously, to control for your diet. Now, the reasons to control blood sugar are always quite important anyway, whether you have diabetes or not, whether you're pre-diabetes or whether you have insulin resistance. The whole idea to have breakfasts that are good for blood sugar, that is conducive to allow your body, if you do it for a period of time as well, to repair itself, to give it time for your body to relax and producing or having spikes in sugar and really high spikes in insulin that are going to cause all different problems with inflammation and free radicals and a whole range of things that then just leads to belly fat, visceral fat, and then compounding massively to get bigger and more inflammation from the belly fat. So there's a whole range of issues and how they can link and how they can end up with obviously a poor health condition. So let's have a look at the top 5 then, starting with number 1. So here we go. We've got eggs with avocado. So what you can see here, guys, so you can see high protein, healthy fats, very low carb. We've got high in protein. Eggs help keep you full and support muscle maintenance. So say, for example, if you're doing a ketogenic diet, this would suit your diet perfectly. You have a little bit of carbohydrates in the avocado. The eggs have a tiny negligible amount of carbohydrates, and again, they all have fantastic fats, all work together to give you a fantastic healthy diet full of nutrients. So you get a lot of nutrients here. So you've got healthy fats. Avocado provides monounsaturated fats and fiber for longer lasting fullness. So the whole idea here isn't now just that you've got fiber. It's not just that you've got fiber and protein. You've got fiber, protein, and fat. So all of these are coming together to give you, satiate your appetite and give you a longer feeling of being full. So when you come down to it, you understand that the fiber is going to slow down the impact of your absorption into your blood. You're going to have your eggs as well, which are full of fat and as well, and they're going to protein, and that's also going to give you bulk, feeling of fullness, and also at the same time the fat as well, because all of those are harder to break down and remove. It takes time, and this is exactly what you need to lower blood sugar. So it gives you a lot of benefits, not just the fact for the blood sugar, which is fantastic, but it also gives you a feeling of being full for longer. This one as well perfectly works for a ketogenic diet because of the fact there's very little carbohydrate. Okay, so you've got stable blood sugar, very low in carbohydrates, helping minimize blood sugar spikes. So again, that's what you want. It's not just to have a lower blood sugar as well if you have those conditions, but it's also fantastic to keep a nice homeostasis. So the more you have homeostasis, or keeping things balanced, rather than shooting up and down or constantly up and down, you are going to be able to have a fantastic thing that complements your health. Your pancreas can have a rest or slow down, and you will have a lot less inflammation and problems to do with usually white refined carbs, which then will the ones that will spike your blood sugar. So again, here we go. The key point: you can see protein and healthy fats plus fiber equals steady energy and reduced hunger. So the release of the energy is trickled rather than being straight in there. So when you eat that, your blood sugar will have a fantastic reading as compared to something with a lot of white refined carbs. Okay guys, number 2. So here we go. We got breakfast number 2, and what we can see here is a fantastic bowl of Greek yogurt with nuts and seeds. So again, you can see here you've got the Greek yogurt, nuts and seeds is what we put in here. Obviously, what I've done as well, you've got some blueberries and just a few raspberries there. I've thrown them in, but if you really want to have the lower blood sugar, don't have the fruit with it. But that fruit, if you're on a ketogenic diet, those are the ones that are very low in carbohydrates, and so they're fantastic to have a little bit to give you that lovely change in texture and flavor, as well as obviously some of the nutrients from fruit. Now, If you're doing just a stable blood sugar, best to always just go for the nuts, seeds, and the Greek yogurt. So let's have a look why. So high protein, healthy fats, low sugar. Now, let me just tell you what I like to do when I have this Greek yogurt, because Greek yogurt, it's nice and it does give a lovely texture, nice new flavor that you can't usually have on a ketogenic diet. But I like to get something like liquid canderel, and I like to put 1 or 2 drops in it, mix it around, and the yogurt tastes phenomenal. And you get 0 carb from it, and again, it shouldn't be spiking your blood sugar. Now, what you can see here, you have high in protein. Greek yogurt is rich in protein to support fullness, fantastic, maintain muscle mass, able to give you that satiety that you need. Nuts and seeds equal fiber and healthy fats. So almonds, walnuts, chia or flaxseed, slow digestion. So now you can see, obviously I've put some of these here. Also the best ones to have, pecans and macadamia. Number 1, pecan. Number 2, macadamia. Number 3, walnuts. Now you have flax seeds and chia, they're really good as well. Almonds, very few. They've got the most carb of what I've mentioned. So almonds you put less in, but they're still conducive for health, but always make sure you put them in moderation. Now, with that, if you're happy with, because for example, macadamias are usually nice to eat by themselves. It depends on your taste. If you throw them into the yogurt, they're not usually a conducive mixer. They're nice to eat by themselves usually, but the pecans are definitely nice to mix. They can be thrown in there as well. They'll make a delicious yogurt. Now, again, these have got fiber, which is really rare for ketogenic diets. So always go for where you can get fiber sources. It's always conducive. You've got fantastic nutrients and whole foods and everything. You're lacking just a bit of fiber. Nuts are a fantastic source, as well as seeds. Also, they've got fantastic healthy fats and protein, and obviously a whole range, depending on which one, of nutrients. So fantastic there. Fantastic as well, because low blood sugar, that's what a ketogenic diet is pretty much. You have to have low blood sugar to make sure you lower your insulin to open fat burning, and then there you go, low blood sugar. So either way, whether you're diabetic or whether you're diabetes 2, so whether you are diabetes 2, whether you're pre-diabetic or insulin resistance, or insulin resistant yourselves, then the main idea there is, yes, this is conducive as well for you, but always consult your GP or family doctor to make sure you check any change in nutrients or anything for your diet, because you have a condition and your family doctor knows you inside out. They will be the ones to give you the green light. Now, what you can see here, you can see slower glucose absorption, protein and fiber help reduce rapid blood sugar rises. So key point, protein plus fiber plus healthy fats equals better blood sugar control. So great, fantastic to slow down absorption as well. Great there, guys, for ketogenic diet, insulin resistance. And insulin resistance and ketogenic diets, by the way, have been scientifically proven to actually, even at some stages, reverse insulin resistance. So there you go. Ketogenic diets might suit you. Okay, guys, here we go. Number 3. So we've got breakfast number 3, and you can see here, it's a vegetable omelette. So protein, fiber, and nutrient rich. You can see it's high in protein. Eggs provide complete protein to reduce hunger. Again, most vegetables or plants are very low. If they do give you complete proteins, it's because they lack a certain complete protein. That's why they're usually not that good. Go to eggs or meat or something like this, you'll get all your 9 essential amino acids in quantity. Now, you've obviously got low carb vegetables, spinach, mushrooms, peppers and tomatoes, and fiber and essential nutrients. So fantastic, but not going to spike your blood sugar. Key point, a nutrient dense breakfast that keeps you satisfied for hours. So fantastic there. Everyone knows that, guys. Omelets are awesome for all these situations. Here we go. Number 4. Number 4, we've got cottage cheese with berries. So high protein, high fiber, low sugar. So high in protein, cottage cheese is rich in protein to keep you full and satisfied. So berries equal fiber and antioxidants. So helps slow sugar absorption and supports overall health. So stable blood sugar, protein helps reduce the blood sugar impact of fruit. So key point, protein plus fiber equals steadier blood sugar and fewer energy crashes. So you can see here, if you're on a ketogenic diet as well, most of these will still be very low in carb. Even those fruits, all of those are low in carb. And as long as you have just a few of them, conducive for a ketogenic diet. But all of them as well are quite low in carbohydrates, have small amounts, lovely, fantastic breakfast, protein and fat, keep you full for longer, excellent. Okay guys, last one, number 5. So number 5, the breakfast here, you can see smoked salmon and eggs. So again, massively conducive for a ketogenic diet. This is excellent. The reason why I mentioned a ketogenic diet is just because all health markers improve, and blood sugar is one of those massively, and you can even repair all your body, slow down and let your pancreas recover. That's why you understand on this you're going to have a fantastically low blood sugar. So many people who are diabetes 2, pre-diabetic, or have insulin resistance go on a keto diet and reverse it. So that's one big thing there for you guys, where you can actually understand how it's so keen for conducive for good health. So we've got high protein, healthy fats, very low carb. So omega-3 rich, you've got DHA or docosahexaenoic acid, and you've got EPA there in omega-3 as well, which is icosapentaenoic acid. And one's fantastic for your heart, which is EPA, and one's fantastic for your brain and your eyes, which is also DHA. So again, very good for your health there. So high in protein, eggs and salmon help increase fullness and preserve muscle. Minimal blood sugar impact, contains very little carbohydrate, helping maintain stable glucose levels. So you got key point, protein plus omega-3 fats equal excellent satiety and stable blood sugar. So not only do you have an amazing ketogenic diet breakfast, you also have a fantastic thing there for low blood sugar, and they go usually hand in hand. So the main idea here is you've got eggs, they're a superfood, and on top of that, they're fantastic for satiety, lots of fat there, lots of protein, job done. Next one, salmon, another superfood. Whole food, excellent, fantastic omega-3s there. You always want to increase your omega-3s as opposed to your omega-6s. Now, again, fantastic there to all lower your blood sugar, give you satiety, and pretty much all fine on a ketogenic diet. Now, okay guys, I hope you liked the video. Any questions, please pop them in the comments. Thumbs up and subscribe. Also guys, don't forget, anything that you have, before you endeavor on any change in your diet, go to your GP or your family doctor, especially if you have conditions, but they will verify all the science, the scientific journals and the research that showed ketogenic diets can reverse insulin resistance. So you can go and check that out as well. So, okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.